From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening. Breaking news to report tonight. Sources close to the news center have confirmed a commercial fire on Badger Road in North Pole. The strip mall that houses Wicked Ray's suntanning was reportedly on fire late this afternoon.
North Star Volunteer Fire Department is still on scene, along with mutual aid received from North Pole and Fort Wainwright Fire Departments. Now, this is a developing situation, and the news center will have more details as they become available.
And in other news this evening, the Fairbanks City Council once again rejected a union contract brought forward by Mayor John Eberhardt. The contract was unchanged from a previous version that the council rejected last month, but the mayor says there were mistakes with its estimated cost. The updated information didn't sway council members, and the majority say they still have concerns about the red ink projected for 2016. The contract between the city and IBEW covers 42 employees, and Mayor Eberhardt says it's back to the negotiating table.
I think partly because of the nail-biting legislative session we've just had, which is still going on, and the uncertainty, particularly a couple of years down the track, that council had some second thoughts. And that's their prerogative. I would still propose a 3-year agreement, but we would only agree on wages and benefits for the first year this year.
Alaska state legislatures continued to work on a number of measures today on the 93rd day of the 2014 session. Education funding was a major holdup to adjournment, and conference committees worked to hammer out a deal both sides would agree to. The Free Conference Committee has the power to rewrite the education bill entirely, and it's made up of three House representatives and 3 senators. While the legislature has already gone 3 days over their statutory deadline, they can meet for 27 more days without running afoul of the Alaska Constitution.
A warrant has been issued for a Fairbanks man accused of multiple counts of felony assault. 29-year-old Tucker Holmgren is charged with assaulting his fiancée inside of an apartment in Fairbanks. Now, according to court documents, Holmgren hid inside of the victim's apartment and surprised her in a back room. He reportedly stated he was going to, quote, kill her, end quote, grabbed a hammer and attempted to nail her to a wall. That's another quote. Documents then say he tried to drive a staple through her hand. The victim said on a scale of 0 to 10, the pain from the assault was a 15. Witnesses at the scene who tried to intervene say he also pulled out a gun and threatened to shoot them while attempting to help the victim.
Proceedings continued in the case of a Fairbanks man accused of second-degree murder. Anthony Wayne Charleston is charged with shooting 59-year-old David Scheid to death on March 12th of last year. Court records say Charleston, apparently angered over a verbal exchange between Scheid and a woman identified as Carol Halley, confronted Scheid. Charleston told the authorities in the midst of the confrontation he was assaulted. He then used a .45 caliber handgun to shoot Scheid twice. Today, Charleston appeared in Fairbanks Superior Court. The judge scheduled a status hearing for May 16th in order to set a trial date.
Okay, when we come back, Fairbanks police look for a suspect who burglarized the Bentley Mall.
Also, we have your weekly military report. Those stories are next. Stay with us. Welcome back. A burglary at a Bentley Mall business was caught on camera early in the morning. Fairbanks police say they are still looking for the suspect. At approximately 2 a.m. Monday, someone damaged the 2 front doors on the right side of Bentley Mall and broke into Ultimate Eyewear to steal merchandise. It appears the suspect used a large rock to smash the glass in. The Fairbanks Police Department says the total damage caused to the mall is estimated at around $1,000. Store owner Jewel Miller says that the burglar managed to get away with approximately $3,000 worth of merchandise. He's offering a $200 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. If anyone has information about the burglary, please call the Fairbanks Police Department at 450-6500.
Full gear and a mask, so we couldn't get much of a face, but we got something, so we're looking for him. It just sucks, man. It's just, I'm busy and it's hard to handle.
You may hear new voices on the radio because of a growing movement for more local programming. Fairbanks Open Radio and the Alaska Peace Center want to broadcast locally produced entertainment within a year. In January, the group earned a permit to construct a non-commercial and low-power radio station, which will broadcast from college and university. Volunteers for KWRK say they want to create at least 8 hours of local content per day, and they hope to be broadcasting in the fall.
This going to be a volunteer-run organization, and we'd like to invite the community to come and help us make our dream a reality. This has been a long time in the making, and citizen media is taking a new jump these days, and we would just like, to invite as much of the community to participate as possible.
Local internet and phone company Alaska Communications is looking for heroes this summer, and they say they need the community's help. ACS plans to award scholarships to 5 Alaskan youth in a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. They're calling it the Summer of Heroes, and they want residents to recommend youth who are making a difference in their community. Alaskans can go to the company's website from now until July 15th to nominate a hero.
So we have recognized people who have raised funds for the American Diabetes Association, others who have raised funds to keep a school open in rural Alaska. So we're just looking for special children from ages 6 to 18 who have given back to their communities in Alaska.
The U.S. Army takes Earth Day seriously, and that was evident yesterday at Fort Wainwright. Monty Bowen has details now in this week's military report.
Earth Day was first celebrated April 22, 1970, starting out as a grassroots effort to create an awareness of the Earth's fragile environment. Each year, the U.S. Army celebrates Earth Day at about 200 installations. Their theme is Sustain the Mission, Secure the Future.
Earth Day is an opportunity for us to show that we do what we need to do because it needs to be done. For no other reason than because we were given this planet to work on, to live on, to breathe on, and to keep ready for the next generation so that they can enjoy it just as we have.
Army officials say environmental stewardship leads to better training lands, improved recreational opportunities, healthier communities, and strong partnerships. Yesterday, a lot of youngsters were involved in the observance of Fort Wainwright.
They do such a great event here to teach our young people and to really bring awareness to the community about the impacts of conservation and of using our resources wisely.
This has been really successful this year, inviting the kids. It's provided a lot of energy, so we'll hopefully be able to do it in the future.
The Army takes into consideration the boot print the soldiers make. They say Army green is Army strong. This is Monty Bowen reporting.
The Military Report is brought to you by Stanley Nissan. Innovation for all.
Hey, Joe, from all apparent reports, it's good to be a freshman up at the university.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, they've had a number of freshmen have had some pretty good years.
Yeah, this
Jordan
year
Wilson, the basketball team, she was GNAC Freshman of the Year.
Yeah.
And today we're talking about a freshman who had a breakout year, making a splash, if you will, for the UAF swimming team of all things.
See what you did there.
Yeah, see what I did. Also, we highlight the West Valley boys soccer team and a new sport that may be coming to the interior this fall for a number of schools.
Quidditch?
Foosball?
Not really, not Quidditch. Something is on the field, though. It's on the field.
Oh.
Quidditch would be cool, UAF.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
You gotta
I'm
fly.
telling you, do it.
Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here in the sports seat for you this Wednesday evening. Now, the Natick swim team, they recently gave out their team awards, and one freshman had a year to remember. Victoria Adams closed out her first year as a Natick swimming MVP for the team, Rookie of the Year, and she was also Most Improved. Adams earned 6 All-American honors, led the team in scoring at the PCSC Championships. She won 10 individual events at dual meets and even won the Blue Gold Pentathlon to start off the year. She set new program records, including one in the 200 IM. Senior Binti Heller won Most Inspirational. Margot Adams, Victoria's big sister, won the Hammer Award for her high-level training. Kendra Ashwell was the Attitude Award winner, and Lenina Dumas and Daniel Lyons were the Scholar Athletes of the Year with 4.0 GPAs in the fall. UAF officials and head coach Cody Bench respond to our story yesterday on the departure of women's assistant head coach Amy Sennefelder and the allegations. UAF athletic director Dr. Gary Gray and head coach Cody Bench refute and deny the allegations of the misuse of department funds for road trips during the women's basketball season and that money was already spent for a search for a new assistant coach. In an email from head coach Cody Bench, who's out recruiting, she says, "I want to confirm that I will be looking for a new assistant coach. I discussed the decision with my athletic director, and for the best interest of the program, we decided to make a change. There's been no misuse of department funds for team travel." Sennefelder was an assistant for 3 seasons, but her contract will not be renewed after May 3rd. Dr. Gray also said that the coaching vacancy hasn't been posted yet, but they hope to fill the position by August. The West Valley boys will be back on the pitch this week. They're headed down to Anchorage for a second time before the interior soccer season kicks off. For the Wolfpack, it's all about bouncing back this season and getting to the state tournament. Here's more. The West Valley Wolfpack boys soccer team looks a little different this year. Yes, they do have a number of upperclassmen back, like junior Braden DeWeese and senior Daniel Remington on the team, but so far it's been the freshmen who've made waves. 6 rookies will see time this season.
It's kind of hard when you lose a lot of seniors that are really good. The freshmen definitely, they're a little nervous at first, but when they come in, they just play their game. They're doing good this year. I mean, I'm actually really proud of the guys.
The new faces are starting to mesh with the returners, especially on the back line. The Wolfpack strong suit will be defense, led by seniors Connor Smith and 6'4" defenseman Harry Simpson.
We're really confident, but some of the new kids, the freshmen and the sophomores, they're really strong, but it's just keeping them connected on the wings, as well as just communicating with them and keeping them attached.
Everyone's really getting back on D, and we're playing together, and we're communicating a little better this year, so should be a good season.
The Wolfpack split their first 2 games of the year against Wasilla and Colony. Now they'll face Service, Chugiak, and South, the defending state champions, in the next 3 games.
South and Service are 2 top teams in the state. We just want to perform, go down and get some wins. It's always nice to play tough teams down there and get some wins coming back.
Wolfpack head coach Howard Maxwell has high standards for the program, even after losing last year's regional title to North Pole. And with the influx of young talent this year, there's still one goal.
Our expectations are that we win region and go to state. I mean, that's how this program is. And last year, we had that crazy season and we only had half our games, and we had, we're out there standing in snow at North Pole. I'm not making any excuses because you tip your hat. They played well and we didn't win the game. But I'm looking for us to compete, and I think we should be, we should have a very good chance of winning region, if we play like we can play.
There has been a lot of talk recently about girls flag football in the interior. Now, all that talk has turned into action in recent weeks. All the MAC schools have made moves to make flag football a reality this fall. West Valley was the first domino to fall, hiring boys basketball coach Kamani Shotwell as the Wolfpack's flag football head coach. Lathrop has hired Lance Cheney to coach their flag football team. Then last week, Nick Rogers was named head coach of the North Pole flag football squad. Rogers was the boys JV football coach last season. North Pole almost had 30 girls interested in playing last year. Now Hutchinson, they could be the 4th team. Athletic director Jenny Benson has seen a lot of interest at Hutch and has identified 1 or 2 coaching candidates, but nothing final yet. Florida, Washington, D.C., and Alaska are the only places with varsity flag football. Anchorage started their flag programs in 2006. And don't worry, high school football fans, flag games will be scheduled during the week so they won't conflict with football games. The season for this new sport in the interior could start on August 11th and go up until October 4th. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey, welcome back to our newscast, everyone. Once again, Mike Schultz with you, taking a look at the weather. And again, we are talking about incredible weather all the way through the weekend, and temperatures on the horizon in the low 60s by next week. So no end in sight for this weather. And if you didn't have a chance to see it, we had a beautiful sunrise for Easter on Sunday. This was sent in by Dinah Schinkenberger, and she was able to capture that at the Esther Dome area. A beautiful picture there. And again, as always, if you have a photograph to send, by all means, send to photos at ktbf11.com. And as far as what's going on out at the airport right now, we'll show you that in just a minute. And we are looking, okay, we're going to do it one more time. Now we're going, there's your numbers, I should say. The normal high 50 degrees, the normal low 54, record high 27, the normal low, or actually the overnight low last night 34, record high 66 in 1940, record low 13 below in 1948. And the sunrise and sunset, 16 hours and 15 minutes, a gain of 7 minutes from yesterday. And our satellite and radar again showing nothing going on except over southeast Alaska. A little more moisture coming in from Canada, giving those folks some showers, but the rest of the state looking real good. And that shows up on our regular map too, as you can see here. Looking at the little shower activity moving in from Canada over the Juneau area later on tonight and tomorrow. Otherwise, across the Gulf of Alaska, mainly cloudy skies, lots of sunshine up and down the west coast, and the flurries have stopped around the Barrow area, 24 degrees the high there, Fort Yukon at 39. Lower 48 weather tonight, more weather to talk about, and some of it violent. A lot of heavy thunderstorm activity moving across Texas and the Central Plains also, with some rain over the Pacific Northwest. On our satellite radar, you can see those storms really gathering strength in the afternoon hours and then really exploding across parts of Texas. Another band moving across the Colorado area onto the Central Plains around Kansas, all the way up to Nebraska, and they're all going to be looking at a very stormy night. In fact, you can see here that we are looking at very violent weather and severe storms tonight, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes stretching from north of Omaha all the way down to the West Texas area. That's going to continue right on through the night, so could be some interesting weather coming out of that area. And as far as the overall outlook for this weekend, more storminess, some of it severe. That's what the red is indicating across much of the deep south and Texas, with rain to the north, cooler out to the west, and maybe a little rain over the northeast too. So a lot of weather happening in the lower 48. Not too much going on across Alaska. In the northern sections tomorrow, flurries expected at Barrow, isolated showers in Fort Yukon, sunny skies for Nome. Here in the interior, again, lots of sunshine for Fairbanks and Healy. May see some afternoon showers developing around the Delta Junction area as some of that moisture makes its way in from Canada. And over southeast Alaska, cloudy skies in Juneau. Lots of sunshine expected for Ketchikan. Now over to the southwest part of the state, it looks like showers for Cold Bay and Kodiak, and sunny skies once again for Bethel. While over the south central regions around the Anchorage Bowl, partly cloudy skies at Anchorage, maybe some isolated showers around the Homer area, but sunny skies expected in Valdez. Okay, time once again for our kids' weather, and all this week we're talking with the kids from Crawford Elementary School. And tonight we have a young man with a weather question for me.
Hello, my name is Massimo, and I'm in Mrs. Francesco's 6th grade class, and my weather question is, can tornadoes form with only rapid winds and nothing else?
Well, Massimo, you need winds, but you also need a couple other things. You need a lot of thunderstorms going on. They are the main catalyst for tornadoes. You get the turbulent winds, you get a jet stream working its way around there, helping to spin them, and that's exactly what happens with tornadoes. And all 50 states have tornadoes, even the Alaska area. So kids are kind of enthused to see that. We do have tornadoes in the Fairbanks area, even the North Pole, but very, very low scale, but just enough to make things interesting. And tomorrow night we'll have the teacher here with a very interesting rainy weather fact, I should say. Here's your forecast for the remainder of the night. Scattered high clouds continued very mild, 33 degrees for the overnight low. The showers are mainly to the north of the Fairbanks area. Now tomorrow will be a slight chance for isolated evening showers, again north and east of the Fairbanks area, 53 degrees for the high. And the extended forecast, there's the 60-degree number we've been looking for next Monday and Tuesday, with daytime highs right around the mid-50s each day, and overnight lows again above freezing, around 35 degrees, pretty consistent. And like I said, this is definitely a late springtime pattern. Looks great.
I would definitely agree. 60 degrees. I will take it.
Yeah, could be 62 on Monday.
Right. You know, I saw an off-chance weather report, and I always get my weather from you, but somebody said that even by next week where they're looking at upper 60s to lower 70s.
I don't know about that, Warren, but definitely to the 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Schultz is the weather authority.
That's why I'm trying to.
He said, I heard an off weather, but I always get my weather from you.
Okay, that's your cover, that's right. But anyway, that's what it looks like right now. Even if it's 60s or 70s, it's going to be really nice. That's the bottom line. Right on through the weekend, so I'm really excited about that.
I am too. I'll be enjoying that weather.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mike. And that will wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We're glad you could join us.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, Georgia greatly expands where guns can be carried in public. That's coming up next with Brian Williams.
You can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webster11.com.
That will do it from all of us here at the News Center. We hope to see you back here at 11. Until then, have a great evening.